Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is John, or Last Frontier Bricks, and this is my review of the LEGO City Modular Galactic Spaceship. It is set number 60446, comes with 717 pieces, plus 4 minifigures, 5 if you count the little alien, and came out on January 1st, 2025 at a retail price of $80. A bit high for the piece count, but I think as I go through the video, I think there's going to be more of this set that meets the eye. I think it's going to be worth the $80. When Lego came back with Lego City Space in a big way in 2024, we got quite a line of sets. We got quite a few, and basically every size and shape. We got a couple of small spaceships. We got a couple small land vehicles, like a little space scooter and a mech. We got a small rover, we got a large rover, we got a couple of ground bases, and we got a space station. What we didn't get was a large spaceship. But unfortunately, in 2025, Lego came back and said, don't worry, we got you covered, and brought out this beauty. And they definitely wanted to make sure that we knew that, yes, this was definitely part of the same line, even though it came out a year later. Like, just take a look at the box art. You've got the same gorgeous backgrounds going on. This ship is the same white and orange coloring, along with a little bit of this, like the sand blue. You got the same metallic gray corner here, and on top of that, you can even see the modular space station in the background of the set. So they definitely wanted to make sure, or let you know that yes, this is definitely part of that same line. And again, this set just looks fantastic. You can see, basically a lot of stuff going on here. You got someone in the pilot seat, complete with one of the aliens who apparently has joined the crew. You got a little mining drone out here, mining one of the asteroids. You got another one of the astronauts in a EV suit. So yeah, there's a lot going on here on this box art. So yeah, they definitely want to let you know that yes, this set is part of that same line. Take a look at the top of the box. You can see all your figures complete with that, again, with that little mining drone and the little space alien, along with one of your minifigures and a one-to-one image. And like I said, this thing is modular, so which you can see in the back, where you've got it set up where you got a smaller spaceship plus a little ground base, where you're taking parts of this ship and turned it into a little bit of a ground base. And you can see like just how modular the set is. Well, how basically most of all the main parts are basically able to be detached when you ship them everywhere and being then put back basically wherever you want. Plus, you can see some good interior shots as well. This box does have the push tabs on it, so you do have to damage the box in order to open it, at least in the way Lego intends for you to do it, which I always do. I mean, I'm not the kind of guy to keep my boxes. If I did, people would probably call me a hoarder. Ooh, this box is packed. Whoa, I mean, I could only get one of the tabs open. Like I said, this box is packed. So, taking a look inside, we've got 1, 2, 3. We got the cockpit glass up by itself. 4, 5, 6 bags of parts. And look at that, we got at least 3 instruction manuals and 1 set of stickers with, admittedly, there's a pretty decent amount of stickers on there, but I'm sure there are at least a few printed pieces on there. So like I said, we actually got 3 instruction manuals here. Take a look in instruction manual number 1. We once again have an ad for paper bags in a set without them, along with an ad for the Lego Builder app. We're basically showing you like you can either build it with the Builder app or with the instructions. We just jump straight into the build. Looks like bag number 1 just covers the basically the smaller spaceship. Instruction manual number 2 just jumps right back into the build. We got the little mining drone, the asteroids, and one of the cargo modules. And then I'm guessing instruction manual number 3 is the main base. So yeah, it's the last module. And then it also shows how you can combine all these smaller modules into the big ship. Plus, you got an ad for some of the other space sets. We got the modular space station, the space base and rocket launch pad, the command rover, and even the Lego Friends set. That was part of this line. Plus, you got 3 pages of parts. So, I think this is going to be a fun build. We're going to jump into a time lapse of that build, starting right now. Alright, the build is done. That took a couple hours to take care of, but it was actually really fun build. We'll go ahead and start off with the minifigures. There's going from the in the order or that the instructions have you make them. First off, I think this is supposed to be our pilot, and you got the same helmet mold we've been getting for quite a few of these guys. A bit dual molding with but since some, I'm guessing it's supposed to be, there's supposed to be some rubber that give the helmet some flexibility. Yeah, and of course since it, alright, you got the glass piece on it, and then you can be easily removed. You got a nice face down there. No alternate face on this or any of the people, strangely enough. Well, that might because Lego decided to do something extra for this set, and that is give every character a hairpiece, which is strange. Which I gotta admit is really nice. That's not something we usually get with these guys. So, oh, here's this guy's hairpiece. Looks really good. Nice print and going on. Interesting enough, I only just now noticed that this guy's got 2 different colored arms. One of them is the light blue here, and the other is the black to match the stripe that goes down the front. No arm or leg printing going on, but nice thing going on the torso. So yeah, actually surprised that Lego actually gave our characters hair pieces. Like they didn't even do that for the $135 space base and rocket launch pad. Link in the top right corner of the screen if you haven't seen my review on that set. But that set specifically has a place for you to have your minifigures put all their space gear when they're not outside. But for some reason, again, they didn't give them hair pieces. Next up is quite possibly my favorite of the minifigures. It's one of the little aliens, and apparently, like I've been saying throughout all these 2024, 2025 Lego space sets, is that first contact went fantastically with these guys, and this is proof of it. He's actually joined the crew. He's got his own helmet, same as our pilot there, but he's got this small little minifigure torso, with his own suit complete with the Lego space logo going on. So yeah, just super cute seeing one of these guys in a spacesuit. Next up, we've got we got a female character with this really nice EVA suit and backpack. You got a couple of lights on the front here, and then on the back, you got a 2x2 printed tile, which you'll soon see come up a couple more times in the set, along with a couple of thrusters, which can actually be manipulated just just a little bit to change the angle of where they're going. She's got the same helmet as the previous 2 characters, and she's got a nice face print going on. Go ahead, get her head off. Ooh, there we go. Oh yeah. Oh, you can take off the backpack. Okay, and you can see there's a nice torso painting going on with the Lego Space logo and some extra armor going on the legs. It's a nice printing there. Also on the feet, this one actually has the same arms going on. Over here we go, and there's our back print, and she comes with a rather basic hairpiece with a ponytail. So that one's nice looking there. Next up, we got what appears to be some sort of miner. He's got a more beefed up helmet than the previous bunch. Instead of printing going on with him on his face. Plus, he's got the uh, an earpiece. He said that that you see with some of the others. And you got his hairpiece as he's got a hairpiece as well, one that I think actually would probably work really good for Finn from Star Wars. And he's also got the two separate colored arms, one of them being the light orange of the suit, and again a black for the striped down the middle. So basically, it's basically the same printing as our first guy, just with orange instead of blue. And then same thing going on with our last character, just in green. Although she's got an even more different than the others. Whereas, like, you can kind of see like almost like a vent here on the top. And of course, she comes with a hair piece as well. So yeah, really nice that, like, again, it's basically the same torso printing going on with just in 3 different colors. But again, I really like the fact that they actually gave them hair pieces. Yes, and then moving all these guys aside, we've got a little mining drone here. Super simple, just a couple of drill arms on the side and one single battery pack. And then you also have, so you got a mining drone. You also have a couple of asteroids, which are actually dual boulders that are dual molded. You can see the transparent blue sticking out, not only from the bottom but also on the sides. And if you open them up inside, you find a couple of purple geodes that they're mining for in these series of sets for their power cells. And taking a look, we got our 3 modules. The set actually has you build this set modules separately before you put them together to make the big ship. But that's okay, because I actually wanted to review all the modules separately anyway. So we'll go ahead and start off with what would be the cockpit. You see that printed 2x2 panel right there on the top, and a couple of the 1x2 battery packs. You'll notice that there are a couple of the 1x2s with the clip handles on the sides. I didn't really understand why they were there until I was starting to build. I was like, wait a minute, those are probably grab handles for your minifigures. So, like, taking our female character, we'll go ahead and get the EVA backpack back on her. Kind of simulate this. The idea is, once she's done with her, with whatever she's doing outside, she can fly over and grab on to one of these handhelds to be able to get back on the ship. So I actually really like that little attention to details. You also see that the wing flaps are on the clip joints, so you can put them at an angle. And I think this is actually supposed to be a hatch in order to get in, but we'll take a look at that in just a second. Got a couple of stickers. There's on the big trans black cockpit piece, as well as on the sides here. Nice little side builds going on. And of course, you can take off the glass piece. I can actually get a grip on it. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna take a look inside. You've got a 1x2 a small window piece with a nice print going on, and you actually got technically seats for two, one for your pilot and one for the little alien. So we'll go ahead and get those guys in here real quick. Again, it's nice that they provide a hairpiece is to swap out for the helmets for while they're inside the ship on separate modules. They're gonna in a fully oxygenated environment, so they don't really need the helmets. So yeah, you can fit both your pilot and the little alien in front, and as you can see behind them, there's actually a little window into the other into the back. So go ahead and get that back on there, and this fortunately comes off quite a bit easier. You can and take a look on the inside. You've got a nice a sticker on the inside for communications, probably with for inside the ship for someone from communications from the pilot to anyone else in the ship. And you'll notice there's a one of those grip pieces is for the feet, and I think do believe it's big. Yeah, it's a bit of a tight fit, but you can actually get your person in the EVA suit inside there with the EVA suit on, which is really, really nice. And then taking a look at the back, you can see there's quite a few thrusters on this thing, as well as a couple of inverted tiles so that this thing sits nice and flat. So that's the small shuttle. The small shuttle. Then you also have a nice cargo module, like you get for a lot of these. There's a couple of stickers on both sides of the door, and there's actually a couple of storage compartments on the side, which you can open up. But the small doors individually, and each side has another one of those geodes. And then you can easily just take off. Oh, right, the glass is on a hinge here, so that can easily be raised. And inside, you'll find a couple of tools, like you got a wrench and some other thing. I honestly can't remember what that is. But you'll notice that I think you got another sticker on here showing off that mining drone. So that might be what the cargo inside this cargo module is supposed to be. And then finally, we have the habitation. You could call it the habitation module. This thing actually has a couple of retractable landing gears on the side, and you get and then on the edges where the doors would be, you got a couple more of those 2x2 printed tiles and one on top. And you got a couple of clips on the side here that will come in handy later, as well as there's a couple more of those clips for anyone outside to be able to grab on. You got a nice, transparent glass. Don't piece here for your roof, but that can easily be removed by moving these panels to the side and just lifting it up. And inside, it's actually pretty busy in there. You can see another one of the battery packs in there. You've got a plant and another geode in there, which you can see they're actually scanning with this device here. There's swinging you got another some sort of device here on display, and you actually got a couple of places for minifigures. So you actually can have some good. You actually have some good space of minifigures in here, and you actually got a couple of other facilities. Whereas first off, you got a little medical bay where you got a little sticker here and a little fold-out bed for in need of some medical attention or just some place to sleep. And on the other side, you actually got a little dining area with another sticker here, and that folds out just fine, where you got a couple of water bottles. And on the inside, you got a little mini oven. And there we go. There we go. Okay, so you actually got a little mini oven with a pizza inside. Unfortunately, it just kind of slides in there. As you notice, I kind of had a little trouble with the thing because it kept wanting to move around on me. So in order to keep it inside, you kind of have to keep the thing closed. But yeah, for as compact as they made this thing, they actually used up a lot of that space. And of course you can take this thing and combine the three modules together to make the large ship. So I'll go ahead and show how you do that. First off, you take the wings off. Those are clipped on by those clip pieces that I actually first ran into with the Lego 2K drive sets. You can just pull off the main engine from the back. You'll notice there's another sticker here with them, like on the cargo module. Then Lego provides a couple of pins that you can attach to both ends of the cargo module. So that combines like so. And for the habitation module, basically just take off the doors, slide that on right there, then you can clip. There we go. Then you can clip your wings to the sides of the habitation module. Slip the main engine in the back, and then you may have noticed that these are a bit loose, but don't worry, Lego provided that for you. With just these small builds. It's just two pieces with a couple of black and white stripes, or the sticker with black and white stripes, but these go on top right here. Then you got two more of them, and they attach on the bottom. And there you go. Now you've got the full big ship from the front of the box. But on top of that, you can basically combine this in basically any way you want, and then with as modular as this ship is, you can actually combine this set in quite a few ways. So that's basically everything in this set, and you do have a couple of extra pieces. So actually, pretty good it's actually a pretty good handful. I'm not sure show it all off. And okay, maybe I can. So you got an extra plant piece. You got an extra printed tile with the battery. You actually got an extra visor for the helmets. A couple of transparent pieces. So yeah, and plus a extra mini drill for your drone. So for $80, do I feel like you get your play value for this set? Yes, I do believe you do. Like again, these 4 modules all by themselves might seem a bit small, but there's a whole bunch of stuff going on with this set. Okay, again, the habitation module is small, compact, but there's a lot of stuff to it. And then once you get the big ship put together, there's actually, it's actually a really decent size. I mean, I'd say this is a good, I don't know, foot long, maybe more. And then like I said, you got the little mining drone, you got the asteroids. This thing is incredibly modular. You can basically combine it in basically any combination you want, and due to how easily it is to move stuff around if you want to. Oh, you can have it as like the habitation module just out by itself and have a smaller spaceship. You can make you can basically take the cargo module and habitation module, combine those into a bit of a smaller set, and have the cockpit be its own small shuttle. I mean, there's a lot of customization and you can do with this set. So while it's a bit high for a price point, I think with the amount of the combination of customization and that you can get with this set and playability, I think it's actually worth the $80. I'm actually not gonna lie. This is actually a really fun set. I'm actually glad I'm really glad I decided to pick it up. So that'll be the end of this review. Thank you for joining me for it. If you guys enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit like, subscribe, all that stuff. Ring the bell to be notified of all videos as soon as they become available. Check out my channel and some more of my content on the end screen in just a few seconds. And I will see you all in the next video. Later, everybody.